They already
Yeah,
have. Like the
I
NFL's
disagree.
numbers were down last
And
year,
that's all because
and
of Cap. No,
no,
there
no,
was a
no,
damn
no.
election going on
Okay,
last year. Oh,
let me
go
finish
ahead.
the
I'm sorry.
sentence
Go ahead, bro.
because I've talked to people who said they didn't watch the NFL last year for that reason. Numerous people. I've been involved in several conversations online where people said I ain't watching an NFL game last year because of Colin Kaepernick. So you can't tell me that it
I said
doesn't
they full of
happen.
shit. The
No,
people you talk to are
okay,
full of
well,
shit. And
okay,
you say
like
the numbers are down, Jay. Okay, in order
no,
for what you just said to make any damn sense,
mm,
you have to have a survey where you interviewing hundreds of thousands of people.
okay, and
Because we're
that's
talking about the percentages that the NFL was down. It correlates to election years in which there have been big elections.
I'm
Those
just
people are coming back. I'm so go ahead.
no, I'm just saying from like I would say up to 200 people. So hundreds of people I've spoken with have like I'd say 80% of them have given that reason. Now you can say they're full of shit. All I gotta go on is what they tell me. Now, you know, your like hypothetical polls and traditional ratings, I get that. But I'm just talking about the people I've spoken with. So like you can't tell me like in one sentence that shit don't happen, and then I say no, I know it did happen, and then you say yeah, but that shit don't matter.
Yeah, you could brush off the fact that there have been like national elections. Every year is a national
No,
election.
I'm not
The
brushing it
ratings go
off. Like
down.
it's like Al said earlier. Like it's not the reason, but it's a reason. You get what I'm
But to
saying?
me,
All right,
like to
and from
me,
there
like
we're making a leap that if a team signs Cap, then they'll the viewership will drop because I guess we disagree there. We agree
Yeah,
disagree.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it, I'm just saying it's not out of the question, man. Is what I'm saying. Like you can't put your head in the sand and act like people won't pull away because of this. And when you've seen the vitriol and you've seen the furor, like you've seen it firsthand. And so don't act like you don't think they would actually pull away from football because it's football.
I wouldn't. I'm telling you, it'll be like WWF. It might be like booing and then throwing it, but they'll be right there.
Okay,
nah,
and
I don't
I'll
think
give you a
so.
perfect example.
And
The NBA
I
used to
think
be like the NFL, and when before Magic Johnson and Larry Bird came along, and then like, a few years later Michael Jordan, white folks turned away from the NBA. The NBA was on its deathbed for that reason because white folks felt like, and corporate white folks and white folks in masses felt like the NBA was too black, it was too drug ridden, it was full of thugs, and they walked away. The NBA was about to die, literally. So don't tell me it can't happen.
Jay, what you lost me? Like, so the NBA is all white now? What the hell you talk? No. I
Are you telling
misunderstood.
me?
Please,
Okay.
please repeat what you just said.
In the late '70s,
Okay,
when the ABA merged with the NBA,
okay.
and the NBA started getting this reputation and this culture of being too black, being too riddled with drugs, being too full of thugs, being too flamboyant, not enough white players. White fans walked away from the NBA. Literally. They walked away. The NBA was dying until
Magic and Larry Bird
Magic
came
and
and
Larry
saved
Bird
it.
came along. Magic was, an affable black man. Larry Bird was obviously a white dude. Then Michael Jordan came along and further resuscitated the league. The league was dead before that. The NBA was on its deathbed. So you
Now,
can't tell me
my,
that the NBA that
Michael
He
just
drawing
rode on
this.
the coattails.
yeah,
Michael
exactly.
just rode
That's
on the
yeah,
coattails of Magic Johnson
yeah,
and Larry Bird.
he did, but he came along at the right time, like right when ESPN was starting, so
Oh yeah, Trinity.
it was a further
But
further growth spurt.
let's
We
get
talking
back
about two different things. That
because
has
I
nothing
think
to me. Has
I
No,
nothing
I'm
think
to
just
do
saying
the
with
that
biggest
you're
point
saying it
here.
can't
I
happen
think
to a
the
major sports league. It can happen.
I think the bigger point here is that you have 32 corporate entities that corporate entities tend and in an industry that tends to be somewhat conservative when it comes to the decisions we make if they're going to impact our bottom line. I think when the league believes that a certain choice will impact their bottom line, they tend to be conservative in their choices. And to me, when you're talking about the reaction that Kaepernick got for kneeling for the national anthem. That's what it's about. And to take it to Nat Turner and Cap being this generation's Malcolm X, and like the idea that he's being eliminated for some theory that there's no evidence to, like, to me, that's way, way, way out here. And where I tend to be is looking at what evidence and data suggests. And so where I take it is, if Michael Sam, being a gay individual, kneeled during the national anthem and said, yeah, I'm doing this in respect for the fact that in this country, gay individuals are being persecuted, and they then got the same reaction to Michael Sam based on veterans or people who are very patriotic taking offense to not what he was standing up for, but taking offense for the fact that you are disrespecting their perception of what the national anthem stands for. If they got the same reaction and they felt like it was going to hurt their bottom line, they would not hire Michael Sam. So it's not a racial issue. It is a issue of, in this case, white, black, gay, straight. In this particular case, the choice we're making is we don't want to lose money on you. You're not talented enough for us to lose money.
You can't get to the money without getting past the race first.
If Colin Kaepernick were the only person that kneeled, what you said would make sense. It makes no damn sense, because there were dozens of players that kneeled all last year. That this is about the leader. He's the one that started it. So if what you were saying makes sense, then all these other guys, half the damn Seattle Seahawks roster was kneeling
Sherman,
down.
Brandon Marshall,
he's the
leader. He's the Nat Turner. He's the Nat Turner. He's the
Nat Turner of what, kneeling during the national anthem?
You damn right. He started it. So
but
they're gonna get him out of it.
If he's the Nat Turner of rights for professional athletes,
you're going to add to the story. We talking about kneeling for the national anthem. He's the one that started this. He's the one that started this, so they're gonna get him up out of here.
My joke.
I didn't hear it, but he's the one that started. He's the one that started, so they got to get him up out of here. That's what I'm saying.
I give you all right. So let me step back.
It would get everybody else.
I do agree with you that he is the face of kneeling during the national anthem. I can rock with you as far as that, but to suggest that he's the face of some bigger or potential bigger movement, I don't know about all of that.
Damn, bro, we wasn't even talking about. All right. Well, we agree to disagree.
So you think that Colin Kaepernick is the face of potential revolution in the NFL?
I don't even know what you mean by that. I'm thinking right now,
like in terms of guaranteed contracts. You think that Colin Kaepernick is the one that's going to lead the NFL Players Union into getting guaranteed contracts? That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that whenever you see someone come along has the power to, like anybody can say something that's true, but when you can get other people to buy in and put their livelihoods on the line following behind this one strong figure, I'm saying NFL don't like that. And someone like Richard Sherman is a kind of a problem, but he's not doing what Colin Kaepernick. He didn't push it to the edge like that. I don't think the owners like Richard Sherman. You show me, but he's not kneeling for the net. He's not bringing. I can't even say it any better other than he's a problem, but he's not that much of a problem. I'm talking about Richard Sherman right now. Well, he's not as charismatic. He's not as. I mean, right now, Colin Kaepernick's jersey was like one of the top selling jerseys in the league last year. Still is this year. I think it was like 36, and he's not even on the roster. Richard Sherman's jersey is not. So when you say the face of something that could be a problem, yes, Colin Kaepernick is the face of something that could be a problem, and you want to get that out of there. and this is a good way to do it. We're going to say we're standing behind the protest of the flag, or whatever. Or we love our country and he doesn't. Or you can say any kind of BS you want to put. But yes, he is that. If this was like, I'm telling you, like Ray Lewis, get people to stand behind him, but he's no threat. He's no threat to nothing. He's just talking all this, nonsense. So that we love him, But someone that is a threat, you don't want them around because he could upset the apple cart. And I'm not saying this is the reason. This is like we talked about. Just not a reason. Even more of a reason that you won't want this guy around.
I think if he was I think talent, like the owners, coaches, like they're weighing talent versus distraction and money, bottom line. And when you are super, super talented, different choices and allowances are made. But I don't think when you're a borderline in terms of talent, are industries, not just the NFL, but a lot of conservative industries are going to allow you to offend demographics of theirs, where it's going to potentially risk them losing money. If I was someone who owned a restaurant, if you ain't my top chef, you're not gonna be the guy who just says, I'm gonna speak any kind of way to my customers. You know what I mean? Like, I think when you bring in a lot to the table, people allow you to do certain stuff. When you don't, you face the consequences.
Let me just say this. We call it threading hairs or whatever. Like, we talking about 32 splitting hairs. When you talk about talent, 32 positions in the world, and we're saying he's anywhere from 20 to 15, bro. Talent wise, this guy
my number was 25, by the way.
This guy, whatever number you want to give, he's top tier. Quarterback position in the NFL, like that's a position that is unlike any. It's unlike basketball, unlike baseball, anything. This is he's top tier, talent wise, in that perspective. As bad as teams want quarterbacks and will do anything to get a quarterback, he's getting pushed out. I think, like I said, I'm saying we're splitting hairs as far as borderline. No, he's not the 53rd guy on the roster. He's the top 25, using your number, in the world at the one position that changes your franchise, and they don't want.
He's top 25, but when you look at the teams that, no, he's not. In my opinion, he's not top 25. But either way, whatever number it is, when you talk about the NFL franchises where, you know what, he could get a roster spot on this team. I think when you look at those teams, I think it's real believable that an owner or general manager would say, I'm the Jets. And yeah, he probably is a little better than Josh McCown, or even much better, whatever. But is he going to make a difference to where he going to get us to the playoffs? Is he going to make a difference where he's going to get us to the Super Bowl, to where it would offset the financial consequences of that decision? No, he's not.
So let me
so that's what I mean, where borderline. He's not going to get us to where it makes it worth.
Bro, you crazy as hell.
Money.
So you put Colin Kaepernick, exact. Damn.
So the Houston Texans, the Miami Dolphins, the just those two off the top of my head.
Just stay with Houston.
Yeah, like you saw what Houston was like last year with no quarterback. They almost beat the Patriots.
Yep.
You don't think Colin Kaepernick can make a difference there?
Nope. Right. Not to where. Wait. Not to where, if I'm a general manager, I'm saying, yeah, he might. Like, I would be looking at this decision and saying, you know what, we would be better. But the only thing that is like, am I confident that he's going to get us to where we beat the Patriots? And if not, if we got to almost beating them without him, Why would I